and I barely have teeth.
Hello, everybody! I hope all of you are having a fantastic, absolutely amazing weekend so far. Hell to the yes, Powdered Herb. I see you there. It's nice to see you. Sorry, I had to do the intro, Draco. I'll be honest. I just started streaming like 2 minutes ago. That entire time I wasn't even streaming. I'm an idiot.
I can't believe you weren't streaming. I can't believe. I'm
such
done.
a fucking
I'm walking out.
idiot. I'm like, wait a second. Why is it on YouTube? Why can't I get the YouTube? I'm like, oh, it's because I'm not even live.
I'm gonna go ahead and do me a favor, and I'm gonna kill off the music now. Bam, there we go. So
Perfect.
That way we can get some naughtiness
here.
or anything.
Boop. And then there's that. Pop out the YouTube chat. Boop. Put that there. Live chat, not top chat. And then I gotta invite you to partner or whatever, stream together.
Yeah, we got to do the cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Knock, apparently. I don't know what that means.
Oh, wow. Hi, who's at my door?
There we go. Shared chat, start shared.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, there we go. I got you. Rick James. Here we go.
Nope, turn camera off. Mute the mic, mute audio, perfect.
Close back on.
All right,
God.
Jesus Christ.
People, man, you're not supposed to be doing that. How rude.
You don't need clothes when your camera only shows your top half.
What if my top half is my bottom half?
Uh-oh. Then that is rough. That's rough.
I was only half the man that I thought it was. I told you in the first place.
But I hope everyone's doing fantastic. Let's get our bowls smoked real quick, and then I gotta smoke an infused joint. I have 0 topics to talk about, Draco. I tried thinking of some. I can't. Not even a hypothetical.
I got a topic right now, and
Word.
it's about the issue of finding topics. Okay.
Finding what?
The issue of finding topics. I'm gonna turn this microphone up a little bit. I'm gonna
love
away
it.
from the mic. Yeah.
Alrighty. Cheers.
So the topic of not being able to find topics. Necessarily.
To be clear, I am perfectly able to find a topic. I just have not put any time into it up until today.
Right. Well, mine is the fact of. I guess it's not like I guess I'm depressed. I'm very disappointed in what topics are to be found for articles and things to chit chat about today. So like a lot of the I need fire to get gas dry here. Topic is like AI music stuff and all that, right? Now that's kind of stagnated after.
I mean, AI is still a hot topic, but it's like it's not that hot, you know.
Well, nobody has anything else better to ask or wonder about it. It's still the common question that we doubt the fact that AI is a sentient system that either we are all paranoid that robots are going to take over the world or us, or the fact that it's just shit and it's pointless to have it. It's the two sides.
I was talking to this one guy at a bar 2 days ago, and he told me that there's actually a cult for AI. Do you know that?
No.
There's a cult starting for AI, and it's not just like people suckered in. It's like intellectuals are joining this cult.
Leader is fucking goddamn Siri, and she's over here trying to fucking run the goddamn town.
Yeah, which is insane to think about, because at first you had the AI deniers and then the people who loved AI, but now there's a cult.
Damn it. Okay, that's a big one. I wanted something like that, but my problem was the fact that I have a problem with I can't trust our leader at that point.
Yeah, no.
Because it doesn't know feeling. It doesn't know physical or emotional content. It doesn't know that.
So the way that this guy explained it, because he's not a part of the cult, he was just like, here, I'm gonna try to explain their indoctrination and everything, but I'm not charismatic, so you're not gonna fall for it, type of thing. And he tried explaining it to me, and it's like you have to think, like most things in the universe are just from causality. Like us being here, causality. The person you are today, everything that happened before, made you the person you are. It's all causal links, and it's the same with like everything. But computers, they're very, this is the way it is. You can change it, but this is the way it is. AI,
Apply and obey.
yeah, AI is combining those two, the causality of the universe with our computing power, thus creating a God.
I think I think the problem we're forgetting about as a God is we need it to have emotion. We need it to have moral.
I know I don't agree with it whatsoever, but I could totally see some fucking intellectual thinkers who code computers or whatever, and they're like, I could see that in joining this cult,
Yep. You're 100%. You're right.
Yeah, and that's scary to think about.
It's possible. The possibility is too real now.
Mm-hmm.
What used to would it be a possibility now is.
Mm-hmm.
So like, God dang. Not worried. Yeah.
Think Skynet, but like smarter.
Nah, we haven't. So okay. I just feel like topics that come about like aren't you? I can't go back and be like Taylor Swift bought a new piece of candy today.
I mean, you can. It might branch into an interesting conversation. You feel me?
I would love to, but the kind, like I said, topics out there to look for art so juicy.
Hardware sent me a game called Toxic Commando the other day. It's coming out in March. It looks interesting. He said it's a lot like Back 4 Blood. You probably didn't play Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, that PC can barely handle it, so I'd highly doubt if you played it, because, yeah, I ran low settings when I was playing.
But at the same time, it's hard for me to find good content to actually, like, share.
I feel that. I feel that.
I guess maybe it's not the fact of I got the better news feed first or the better plug on it. Oh, I got this is April O'Neil. I have got it is nothing like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact of having to actually look up something on the internet now, and it's not even the internet ain't the internet, so I can't research it anymore. It doesn't feel like I'm looking up intellectual shit anymore.
Bro,
I feel like I'm looking up boo-boo. I mean, forgive me for being so maybe melodramatic about it. I don't know. It's just boo-boo.
Like, if you Google right now, does coffee wake you up? And then you Google, doesn't coffee not wake you up? You'll get two completely different answers.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
two completely different studies saying exactly the opposite. Well, if you're if you're ADHD, then yeah, coffee won't wake you up. And yeah, you can get any answer you want off of the internet.
It'd be like the same person be like, I have ADHD, and no, it don't work.
Yeah. So yeah, it's looking up shit on the internet is extremely tricky nowadays. It helps if you know how to read studies, because studies are the most monotonous, boring, fucking, not even corporate speak, just very specific type of shit. And it's I'm
gonna go back into a little bit more of that because I actually like studies. I actually like studies like that because it occupies me. It actually causes my brain to expand. Like I like the tickle of it.
Yeah.
You know? So much for like, say for example, I would rather listen to an audiobook rather than having to read a pictograph book with little bit of word, rather than reading it. I would rather listen to the audiobook because it opens up more like brain nodules, and it makes me think outside of the normal box.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
then
all
when the
reading
plausi-
comprehension, though. That's like
yeah,
how well
and
can
when
you
the
comprehend what you
plausibility
just read?
yeah, when the plausibility's there, and then you're just like, whoa, I was right in the first place
Hmm.
and had no clue. I want that experience. I'm getting so tired of having to be like, oh, it's because I was lagging of the brain cell. I was stupid for the 5 seconds. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I feel that.
it, I miss the discovery of new shit. I really do.
Well, you'll discover new shit as life goes on. I feel like you'll always, right?
I need to fucking discover a megalodon.
A megalodon, you say. I
I
don't
need to
think.
discover. I need to discover like the fountain of youth at this point in time,
Jesus
because
Christ.
everything else has been discovered.
I don't know about everything else.
Everything's been discovered by this time now. Come on, think about that.
Well, like
Now,
not
they're
like the
looking for the
universe.
they're looking for the man, the discus man now. The man, the statue of the man throwing the disc. They're looking for him now in the waters now, and they've already rated him up to
Nice.
$5 million. 500. Wait. I might be getting 300 to $500 million if found. But can you imagine what would happen if you're that unfortunate sod who goes, I found him?
And then Indiana Jones comes in and takes him from you.
Oh, no. It's not even that. You'd have so much government officials all over your ass. They wouldn't even say thank you.
Yep.
They would be like, you're under arrest.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come across this? You piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
How did they wouldn't even think of anything. You've been stashing it for years. So it's hard to kind of just be like, yeah, good story. Without endangering shit.
Well, the best, what I would say is one thing that you can constantly discover new things about and constantly figure out different little quirks is yourself. You can discover things about yourself, right? Constantly for the rest of your life. That's never ending. That's infinite. You can't know yourself completely. You know yourself more than anyone else, but you can't know yourself completely. You'll constantly be changing your mind, retrospecting, being like, why do I think this way? And yeah, it's never ending.
But that also adhedes the fact of like, think of how much we have as genetics. So like, there's like, I guess they said like 2.6 like terabytes or in one like itty bitty micromilliliter super milliliter driplet of DNA. So like if that is all the just 2 point whatever million terabyte or whatever in it, right? All of that data. So say
A single gram can hold hundreds of terabytes to over
exactly.
200 petabytes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Imagine the so much unlocking, and that's just that little bit. That little bit.
Yeah.
That's potential.
Mm-hmm.
It's God now. I might need to be thrown on another planet. The only way I can learn, man, is I can be thrown to a different planet. I'm no longer an Earthling, guys. I'm a Martian.
Well, that's another thing. I say the stars are our next stop. We're fucking.
Yes, definitely.
I think we're spending like 0.02% of the United States budget on space. And like 20% is going, no, and like 20% is going to military. That's like nothing. We should be spending at least 1%, not 0.02 fucking percent. Like, fucking Christ.
We sure are taking it slow.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, say for example, if you were to leave the ground in a ship, you would immediately and probably would not be welcomed back, or you would be arrested. One, you had entered airspace without FDA approvals, and two, you had entered space, which is now an intergalactic law that you can break. Once you enter a space like as a regular civilian, you are breaking a galactic law.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I thought that space was like
the
free domain. No one can claim it. If like a country claims
air
the
is
moon,
owned by
everyone's
our
gonna
government.
laugh.
Yeah, the airspace on Earth is owned by our government.
Hmm.
That's why we got the FDAA board and the other got their air ordinance. But if you go out into space and put your satellite up and decide to say, "Hey, I'm going to park my super cruiser that I'm going to build out here in space with me and my family, just me and my family are just going to build out in space, just me and my family alone and nobody else, just me and my family." They can immediately have you shot on sight with a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, because well, that's been that way. Countries cannot take over land and space, and that includes civilians. They cannot
Yep.
say we are a country. We're taking the moon. Because
No,
one
no.
civilian goes there and says, "I'm going to live on my own." That's also you're creating your own sovereign
Russia,
country at that
Russia's
point.
already done.
Well,
Russia's already
yeah,
done that,
but
and America done fucked themselves
oh,
up for that.
yeah, I'm just saying, like that's the whole thing behind it. Is I think we created that in like the '80s during like the space race and shit. Was like no one can claim like the moon. It's just,
No, but somebody's
everything
gonna be
is
dumb enough to be like,
well,
"I'm not on the moon.
well,
I'm
well,
not on Earth. I'm
well.
just floating in space."
Well, the thing around that is, um, there's it says nothing about corporations.
Yo, you're right. I sit there and remember that. So they were
A company
super
can take
strict.
the moon.
Yeah, they're super strict on ordinances about that shit because they have it to where there's E-class clearances, and you could look this up. E-class clearances that are above the president that are considered civilian that are of spatial or intergalactic classes.
Yeah.
That so like if you're NASA, you're considered a whole different person other than the president. The
Hmm.
only thing you're not is the president.
Exactly.
Just think of what happens the moment you get out of the atmosphere. You're basically God.
It's like they say in Fight Club, though, right in the beginning. You go, I can't wait until the companies take over the intergalactic, whatever,
Mhm,
the highway
mhm.
and it's Planet Starbucks and the Dunkin' Donuts
See,
Galaxy or whatever.
so I think, in my theory, I think they would have some sort of control on that right. Because if too many people had the idea of going and actually create endangering themselves and many others, let alone those who are on the planet Earth themselves, without the technology that they need to prevent such said disasters, catastrophes, you're inevitably gonna end up running into such bad. But if you do, I think they're gonna have a regulation on where they're just not gonna have no tolerance for it.
Hmm.
Why? Because in the distant past, we have had run-ins with outside life forces. And certain life forces have stated that there is a certain word that goes around that we are not to leave too far from our solar system. And if you think about this, if every other intergalactic type of things are out there that knows this, then that means us as a species or a kind has done a naughty somewhere. I mean, let me go so far back as say, let's just say Jesus wasn't Jesus, right? What if God wasn't God and God was an alien, right? Think of how stupid we all fucking humans are now. And if we just killed his son and the other aliens know this shit, you know damn well they ain't gonna be homies with you that you killed the homie's son. Oh, dude, hey, these humans just killed Jesus, But you know what? We're gonna be friends with them. I hope our leader ain't gonna be disappointed. Leader looking back at the people, they killed my son. You know what I mean? There's other parallel understandings of it.
Hmm.
You know?
So, so from my understanding, though, we are stuck in this solar system, the Milky Way
I
galaxy.
think we
We are
are
stuck in the Milky Way. Sorry, not this solar system, this galaxy. We're
the
stuck in
Milky Way. I
because
think we're jailed to this.
every other galaxy besides Andromeda's, every other galaxy is moving away from us in every direction that we look up in the sky. They're moving away besides the Andromeda's galaxy. That will collide with us at some point.
think I remember hearing something about the Andromeda Galaxy. So
It's the closest galaxy to us. That's why it's the most popular, besides the Milky Way.
Andromeda Andromeda moves, I think, at recently the same speed as our galaxy.
Yep.
The only
So
thing we're gonna end up, I think,
it's not
really
even it's like
encountering.
we're both gonna go into a collision path in a way. It's
Oh
not like
yeah,
it's heading. It's not like we're
inevitably.
going straight and it's heading for us. Like no.
No, well, inevitably, think about how small we are. Yeah, it
Mhm.
is coming for us. It don't matter. We are so fucking microscopically tiny to the universal law of the universe. So we are but a mere fake figment of a thought that could never exist in the giant vastness of nothingness.
Mhm.
We
Well,
exist.
so with that, we cannot travel to other galaxies. So like we use telescopes and we're like there could be life on this and there's water, we could go there, there's a bunch of resources, but we can't go there because we
Uh,
can't get there. We have to get faster than light travel, which we're close if you remember the solar sail and everything, but like we
mhm.
need faster than light.
I think we need to make a movement of not like we need intergalactic migration, but smart. And we have to break a couple of laws. So we have to break one, the laws of survival,
Hmm.
which also inevitably means the law of evolution. So the law of evolution requires us to adapt to a certain situation, right?
But where would we
Um,
go? To Mars?
yeah, I mean, I'm no, so no. Pete, this is why I said the law of evolution.
Yeah.
We would have to send test subjects as human beings, and this is going to be unmoral, but we
Space
have to
monkeys.
send. Yes,
No, no, no,
no.
not actual.
But we
We'll
need
call them
space
space
monkeys. You're
monkeys.
right. You're right. We need space
Yes.
monkeys for real
Yes.
to be
Human
able
space
to,
monkeys.
yeah, to justify the fact that we can survive in said area. We got to send them to Venus. We got to send them into Jupiter. Not
I
once,
don't.
not twice, not three times, not four times. We got to do
Not
this
not
stuff.
into, have them orbit it. Don't send them just directly into
No,
the
we have
planet,
to.
crash land.
We have to make contact with places we cannot touch just because it's
Well,
too violent in the atmosphere.
Jupiter, you won't even make it past like the first couple of miles without getting
Said to,
crushed
sh-
by the gravitational pull.
said to shred us apart, but nobody
It-
knows that
we
nobody knows that we have one of the universe's most hardest asteroids passing through this galaxy
well
right now, and it's made of nothing but pure galactic diamond.
we sent a probe into Jupiter, and it got pretty close. Not really, but it got closer than we thought it would to the core before it absolutely got collapsed in on itself and became a
It
ball
got
of
fucked
metal.
up. It got crushed. Like it
Yeah.
fucked. There's nothing.
Yeah,
They
and that's the
blacked out the
best we
screen.
could do, like without
Yeah,
unmanned. Like, yeah, no, it's
but
gonna.
like there's so much possibility. Especially we got to do this. That's the thing about forcing evolution. Evolution requires so much laws that are very unethical to the normal human heart. So like what that would sound like is, oh, you're just sending people to their death because you're a piece of shit and government and political blah blah. No, it's inevitability has to happen where someone along the line is either gonna one have the way to be able to not just like breathe in the air, but they don't even have to breathe in the air. What if somehow they just had the stuff on them, say the shuttle itself, and they all of a sudden turn the air into oxygen? I mean, that's a brilliant thing if you didn't send that person with that equipment. That's adaptability and evolution. Other part of evolution would be physical evolution. How would this person be able to gather on a terrain? Or what about a gaseous atmosphere? What if the planet was a gas and it wasn't even nothing to a core? What if there was no core? What if it was gas? What if it didn't need a core just to keep gravity? What if something else was doing it?
So the
You
people
know?
orbiting in the International Space Station, they experience muscular dystrophy, I believe is what it's called,
Yeah, dude, they don't
because
age.
zero G. Well,
They
zero
don't
G,
age.
but
It's so creepy.
they have to work out in specialized equipment that allows them to
Mhm.
work out in space just to keep their because everything's like everything's zero G. It's
Zero doubt. Yeah.
you're not straining yourself throughout the day. You're very calmly grabbing something and putting it over there as it floats away. Like you're
And
not
if you
ever
move
straining yourself. So like that's the thing too. If we do long space travel, is it going to be cryo sleep type of thing, or are we going to be awake? And if so, you're going to have to like work out. You're going to have to.
you would have to have some way to alter a warp field around your ship. This is what we
And you can
what some
forget
of us
about
in-
fucking smoking pot.
Yeah, no, you ain't gonna. No, because that's gonna be the so space.
Even
travel's gonna be
even just opening up that bag, the dust
guys
particles will get all into the fucking air.
everything. It will fuck everything
Yep,
up. You know
yep.
it will.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. Now, if it comes to space travel and like intergalactic traveling, think of how sober you're gonna have to be. Think of the recommendation. Dude, you're not gonna want to be tripping on mushrooms just seeing a fucking space octopus or some bullshit. Eat a fucking planet or some shit while you have a ship that can fucking possibly bypass it or drive past it and be like, "Hi, that looks pretty crazy. Look at that elk out to the left." you know,
It's not only that, you're with your crew members. That's it. It's kind of like
millions of people.
you know how like people are down in Alaska just with like a crew of like 18 people at most in like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
station. You're like that. You're
got
with those
millions
people.
of
You
people.
cannot get in a fight with someone. Like there is no petty fights. All of you are working together.
Where are you gonna
Like,
go? Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave this shit, man. Fuck
Mhm.
you, man. You're
I'm
not
going for a
cool.
walk.
Where are you gonna go, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think this is? The Enterprise? Fuck, man. Like, damn well we ain't making the Enterprise until like 2554. Like, fucking Christ. Nobody, we're not gonna have that. We don't have that.
And by then,
technology.
it's like they have the Global Federation or where it's like the entire fucking globe is all together in space
is
travel.
a one world nation. it's
Yeah,
not that way.
exactly. So
like it's hard to really put into perspective like that's what you'd have to do. You have to adapt. And
Mhm.
again, look at the drastic adaptations that you have to do just for space travel, which means you're not only being dependent on other things, but you're being dependent on, what, like that ship. You don't go nowhere.
mhm.
What happens if your engine break down? Oh, your Paul Warfield no longer work no more. You just got mad at the only person that be your damn engineer. He was Asian. He
Mhm.
don't take the Asian joking like this, like I
Mhm.
make right now, and
Yeah.
he think it offensive.
Yeah, you got to be
Yeah, and
almost
look
like
how
a
fast
tiny
cable can turn.
community. You have to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't have a problem with somebody.
Hmm.
That one person's gonna be the other life source to something else on the ship.
Hmm.
You're not gonna have homies that are gonna be packed up being like, "Hey, I just got on the ship with you. I'm gonna chill out at Pluto." No,
I just want to say, like the people on the International Space Station, they're all buddies with each other. Like they're
They have
tight.
to, yeah.
Exactly. Like if one nation's not responding, the other nations come in and give them supplies and everything. Like they're tight. They're the community. They put their
Is it-
nations past each other and say like we are practically alone up here. We have to work
I was gonna
together.
say, there's like 5 of them, 5 from each nation of every nation. Major
Different
nation.
sectors. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's a lot to
Mhm.
really think that there's a big crew of.
Well, yeah, and if you look at videos, it all looks the same. They don't even
Yeah,
decorate
5
their
people
areas
chilling
different
in-
because it's
Yeah.
we're all the fucking same. Like, and that's what it needs to be, 100%. So that's why I laugh when in the beginning of this election, oh, we need to save the astronauts. I'm like, they're perfectly fine up there. They could last months. Like,
The only thing, if astronauts are complaining they want to come home, one, they had either discovered something or something's up there fucking with them,
Well-
or two,
well, they're getting
that-
paid for a certain amount of time in space. So if they're not getting paid,
not just-
anyone's
not
gonna
just
say, "I want to go
something.
home." I mean, yeah.
not no chump change either.
Yeah.
You guys, again, I love our people. I love our astronauts. I love the people who go out there and do the discovery. But you got to think, you can't just go and get paid billions of dollars or however much because you just got a raise because you were asked to go to NASA and you only took the raise because you thought it'd be beneficial. No, it don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
You are asked to go up there. There's a risk you will not come home at all.
Mm-hmm.
There is that type of risk. Why? Well, maybe the country could not. Now, mind I'm saying the country could not have enough pocket change to put fuel, which we are super short of fuel for jets, for the fuel for the rockets. We are super and extremely low. To go and get you and your family back, or you and your compadres back from the space station. So yeah, inevitably, if they say we can't come get you, you have to start thinking smart shit. Not like I'm gonna die. Oxygen supply, food. How can this all work and benefit? And if at most, if the worst things come to worst, how are you gonna move a space station?
Right.
Because it's commanded from down below.
Yeah.
And if they don't move and you don't move, who's moving it?
Mm-hmm.
And if they can't get to you and they shut down, well, then who's driving? So somebody will have to drive. And then that goes that conspiracy theory with people going, see, I told you there was other forces behind the wall trying to commune with our NASA people. Well, your inevitability is going to reveal the curtain.
I mean, again, 0.01. They are such a small facet of our government. Imagine if we just had like 2%.
What happens if we were to, let's just say we put enough money in, let's just say
Hypothetically.
actually,
I love it.
within 300 years, we now have been able to, get space travel understood, which I could see this. We can understand.
You mean like light speed travel?
That,
Light
I
speed
would
travel?
like us to understand the ethics about light speed before even, like, we have to get pulsar down. We have to get pulse equipment down. People are just learning about pulse emitters and how to make them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is right now. Sooner or later, they're going to want to progress into light speed travel, high speed travel, or they're going to want to do warp. Warp is dangerous because you have to be away from all magnetic or resonating, anything that resonates an electromagnetic field,
Mm-hmm.
because you could technically just set it off by turning on your warp drive, or distort the atmosphere and the people around it, disintegrating them into dust. So, like, you have to be careful with warp drive to move at such a high velocity, like Mach 8 is fast, right? We think Mach 8 and 9 is fast, maybe 10, right? Sound barrier. We think that shit's fast. Faster than, let's just say faster than light
you know
travel.
what Mach 5, 6, Mach is just, if it's Mach 2, it's times 2 the gravitational pull that you're feeling
Oh yeah.
in any direction. And like 10 is times 10 in a way.
But think of it, they don't even record it in Mach anymore at this point.
No.
They're going to be recording it in linear light seconds.
That are newtons.
That's how they're going to be recording speed, linear light time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mach is, but Mach was never a gauge for speed. It was more a gauge on what your body can take gravitationally. I think
that was, isn't that G4? G?
I think that's Mach. It's just a,
I thought it was G4.
is it 1, 2, G, 2G? What is Mach? Let me Google it.
Mach is the movement of speed. G forces the movement upon with gravity, or gravity pressure. Sorry, I'm doing two things at once. I'm hitting this game up, doing the podcast, and keeping intellectual thought.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. Oh, you're fine. The Mach number, the ratio of an object's speed to the speed of sound in its medium. So it's no wonder we don't use this anymore, because that's so specific.
Yeah. So, like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, faster than light travel, because everybody's like, oh, we're moving at Mach Jesus, right?
We still use it in flight a little bit. Because
Yeah,
yeah, you can get an average of our
in all
atmosphere,
reality,
but
now when you go to warp, you have to move you not only time, you have to warp space, you have to create a shortcut. And that way you are literally creating the line to point A and B. That's what you're doing. Instead of going all around the curves, taking the, scenic route. Warp just creates a line to point A to point B. And you literally have to somehow have something that creates a field around your ship or you to bubble you in.
now
You're gonna collapse.
here's a hypothetical. What if they like created a way where like there was a platform, everything that was on the platform got like sucked into a machine, let's say. Just hypothetically, atom by atom.
Like
Okay.
Conehead?
Yes. And
Wait a
then
minute, like straight up Coneheads, bro.
but it gets sucked in and it's in this machine, every single atom, and then it gets beamed as like a light beam. And you aim the light beam in the sky wherever you want, and you
Like a
can
Power
beam
Ranger
it wherever you want. Every single atom, and it'll rebuild. Kind of like a Star Trek beam. Would you be willing to try that? Hypothetically. If like it's been tested, it came out, and people were going to the moon, to Mars,
I
to
might be like a
different galaxies, because you could literally beam like light. It's almost as fast as light travel. Let's say.
Did you hear me?
No, go for
I'm
it.
ready for television, Wonka.
But
Put me on now. I want to be the star of the show.
would you be beamed up, Scotty, or Draco? Sorry.
I mean, you know what? I would probably be beamed me up at that point when we're inventing technology like that. There's a paycheck at the end of that somewhere because you know damn well you ain't getting an invite.
Right. I mean,
Damn well you didn't get no invite.
I would wait at least a year to see if there's any side effects to the people who got beamed.
See
Right.
if they come back with like terminal cancer 7, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Like if they got beamed to the moon and then they got beamed back because they like built a beam emitter on the moon within like a year or two, because that it would become like a thing. But
We are motion.
I would wait and see. I'd be after they return to Earth, give it a year. Like how you
We're not
feeling?
Martians. We are motions.
yeah, because that's I don't know if I want to be beamed right off the bat.
Like I said, there'd have to be significant.
What if they miss?
So that's kind of why, like, at that point when we're coming up with technology, I have faith in us at that, like, because we're not just doing it once. We're definitely coming up with it. Right?
Well, that would be my first question to the guy who's like, "Get beamed today." I'd be like, "Well, what if you miss?"
So there's a coordinate thing in there, Scotty.
Like, do I just travel infinitely beyond our universe, like into the fucking great beyond, as a beam of light and matter?
Just think of the talent someone's gonna end up having to have when they're like, "Oh, we're just trying to beam you onto the back of a horse on planet Pluto or some shit," right?
Yep.
And you're like, "Wait." Now that right there got me saying no. I will tell you no at that point because now the probability of accuracy comes in. Because like I said, beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, I'm going to a bigger object, something obviously catch. But if they're just like, "Oh, we just got you coordinated for we're gonna plant you on the back of a horse in the middle of a prairie, in the middle of Texas or some shit," like, "Oh, bro, you got to be super close for that."
What if when you pay, it's like a Groupon deal, and you got to do it with like 20 other randos?
Oh, there, laddie, I'm sorry. You don't have the coupon.
You gotta beam with a bunch of randos. Like, oh God, what if we? My second question to the guy, I would say, have you ever seen Spaceballs?
Who's this guy right here?
Beam me back. My ass is backwards.
This is not the discount price. Who are these people?
Oh, you feel me? You feel me?
I'm sorry. This is Alien. My name is Alien Grump. I'm here for the intergalactic space pizza.
Oh, good fucking God. Yeah, but what? Yeah, I have so many questions. If that's the case, you feel me? Like,
Yeah, don't miss target. Like, but yeah. Oh, we're gonna beam. If they say beam you to a planet, or something, they're like, yeah, we're gonna hit a planet with you. You know, all right. You got me. You got me one over. You know, but if they're like literally, I'm aiming for a little horsey in the back of a fucking bayou. No, you gonna miss, and I'm gonna end up in the sun. I'm gonna end up plopped out in the middle of space, sucking no air, just sucked out of me.
You're light, so you're either gonna run into something. Gravity isn't gonna pull you into anything. I mean, it might bend your path a little bit, but you are gonna go until the either the end of the universe, the edge, or you're gonna hit something.
Bro, I'm gonna
by
arrive.
chance.
I'm gonna arrive. There's gonna be one atom of me missing, and I'm gonna be like, man, I really feel strange. I just don't know what's going on with me.
Like, what if I get off the landing platform, like where I'm landing, like on the moon, and I'm eager to go check out the moon, and I miss a couple atoms. You feel me? Or what if I have to itch my ass and I do that or something, and then boom, like there goes my ass atoms that weren't put back in place yet.
You just itch your lips and you're like, I feel someone touching my toes.
Like, Jesus Christ! Yeah.
You're itching your lips. I know, someone's tickling me.
Right.
There's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
He needs to be sent back.
Right? Jesus Christ! I don't know. I'd assume there would be a landing platform.
Chris, who the hell is that? You better ban that motherfucker.
Right.
Reach for a ban.
Oh, I already got him.
Oh.
He's banned on my chat. I don't know about yours. You might have to ban him on your chat. I don't know. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just seen it.
I didn't know you. See, this. I remember I had this question when we first shared chats. If I ban someone, is it both gonna ban, or is it just one of us?
Now it answers it.
Yeah.
That answers it.
There you go.
That way, so we're allowed to control our chats, but not the whole entire chat from.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't.
one.
I'm a mod, so I could have banned him in your chat, but I would have. Me banning him in my chat doesn't ban him in your chat.
You would have had to go to my.
Yes, your chat.
It's too much of a turnaround.
Yep. Good to know.
Don't turn the car around now. Damn it, Jimmy. We don't need to do this.
It's good to know. I'm probably not going to remember that when I fucking stream with anyone else.
You remember that?
I'm just going to be like, I think it might ban both of them. I don't know.
You seen him? I don't see nobody. Man, I see him. I don't see a fucking thing.
Right. Yeah, no, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, because I mean, like, I'll look at your chat and it says you blocked this user for RPG community bot, but I still have to look at his chats because
That's so funny. So those who are tuning in, we are podcasting, but as you see, I got a little game. We're also doing just hypotheticals. We're really reaching out of the box. We're talking about space and some plausible, reasonable ways to getting into outer space.
That was a bullshit one with the beams. Don't even.
What's that?
The beams? That was just a bullshit hypothetical. We're thinking of some plausible ways,
but in all reality, that's a legitimate question because you can be, if you are, all of humankind are just made up of neurons and atoms. That's all we're made up of. Okay, our neurons can take off and do things without our human body.
So the problem, Draco, is just there's not enough interest in space anymore. Like ever since the Cold War kind of, simmered down a bit, there's been no interest, man.
But who is out there controlling that then? Who's out there saying that, like, I want to put a satellite because I want a Draco satellite TV nation or whatever, just so I could go and visit it? If I do that, I am immediately breaking intergalactic law.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I couldn't just find a spot in space and park either.
I'm sure you could. There's like stuff you can get to have it orbit the Earth.
But again, the moment you do, you're in immediate violation of Earth's atmosphere.
Wait, I mean, the countries can or something, or like a private company probably.
If you're doing it for like NASA, that's one thing. But if you're doing it for like yourself, it really burdens the fact that that's why we stay so subtle, because look at what space we're only given.
Well, we want to save it for research now because we also don't have a way to really clean up space junk, and we don't
Yeah,
want to planet bind
I do.
ourselves with space junk. So
I
right
do.
now it's
I
like, nope, let's just not have individuals make rockets and go up into space.
I do. I have a way to clean up a little bit of that, but I don't think they'll take the idea of it, because once they do, they're gonna want to make sure that you're not bringing any contaminant. And in all reality, here's the thing: even items that are floating in space, if we have not picked up them items, why is that? My theory is that some of them items that are floating in that little trash belt around our atmosphere is actually, infested with something that clones itself to look like those items also floating in that belt, which means we are so paranoid and we make certain times and certain points to shoot through that stuff so it don't touch our stuff or infect our people when we send them out there, instead
Well,
of doing it like an
it's
everyday thing.
it's also they could have gotten hit by an asteroid and could be moving incredibly fast
The
and
tiny
be
pieces are, yes.
tiny, so it's practically a bullet. It'll fucking slice through a spaceship because that
Oh
shit's
yeah.
like aluminum.
And we got technology that
Yeah.
detects that stuff. Just to let y'all know, we do. We
So
got that tech
it's
that we watch the speeds of the micro tiny, micromillimeter, itty bitty microscopic metal pieces. We're
we're
sitting there watching them.
we're doing our best to keep track of all of our space junk right now. But yeah, that's probably the main reason why we're like no civilians in space, which I could agree with that.
I do, but again,
Yeah.
if we look to go anywhere intellectually with our expansion, because as a human race, we need to. We really do. That's the worst thing about our race, is that we expand, and if we self control by like self mutilate our populace, it seems immoral to the civilization.
Hmm.
So like, how do you control that? You have to keep moving forward, or you have to do as exactly as I said. You have to force evolution or adapt.
Hmm.
Someone's gonna have to have some sort of way to doing this. But the only thing is resource. Can you get the resource? Are you available to? Who's gonna be nice enough?
Do you think we'll all kill each other and blow ourselves up before that ever happens, and then the Victory Nation, I guess, will rise to the ashes and then do space travel, or do you think it's going to be more of a we'll get our shit together?
You wanna know what's fucked up? I think people would take life as a fucking video game, and they would just KOS. Just because people's brains are that damn dumb and rotted.
Well, that's when you see civilians in space, I'm imagining some motherfucker with his fucking 2004 or yeah 2004 Ford Ranger that's decked out to be airtight and shit, just fucking cruising around
Hmm.
the earth, throwing beer cans out.
Yeah, like just some entitled that like we couldn't do that. That's the problem. So like
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I
why I'm
said
just
they
like,
would
nah.
have policies being strict. Again,
Yeah.
like how would how would it sound to be like, hey, I was drunk and I drove into the sun and somehow I ended up on the other side of it. Like, yeah, we could tell that, Jim. Your car's melted, your ship's melted, and you got like you don't have any limbs, but like six faces and 40 eyes. All of a sudden, you went from the sun and came back radiated.
Hmm. Hmm.
You can't. You were drunk doing that? Yeah, you're damn right. You mind doing a piss test? I don't think you can get one from me. Wow, I'm fucking gamma rays in my piss for the rest of my life.
You piss out the window, it just goes flying. There's your
Fucking. As
piss.
soon as the dude smiles, he causes people sunburn, you know? Oh god, my fucking eyes. But it really put it to a thought, like it's gonna be really picky if space travel was permitted, because It is dealing intergalactically, and if we do go up there into that like space, into that little orbit, they're gonna want to make sure whatever we park up there is not gonna come back down
Mm-hmm.
because they got their shit anchored. They're gonna want to make sure our shit's anchored.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 100%.
We don't have anything anchored. We're gonna bump into this. God forbid if you happen to be that unforgettable sod that gets fucking too close to the space station and scratches the paint. And I'm not talking about no like small nicker on the side of the road, like on the side of the car. Imagine if you just teeth just a little scrape on that space station. Keep in mind that this is zero gravity and you got pressure just sucking you out. The moment you do like any puncture, anything buckles, any metal up there breaks like tinfoil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The moment you park your car just a wee too close to that space station, you're killing lives. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be that one guy to be like, I parked too close. So yeah, they're gonna want to be sure that people that are going up in space got top-notch driving skills, flight skills, something skills, because they ain't gonna set no like regular SOB up there and just be like, yeah, that's all right.
Would you learn how to
Like,
drive a spaceship if you had the opportunity?
yes, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I guess.
100%, yes.
Would totally be Captain Draco.
They would have to hate. The enemies would hate me because I would be
What do you
spawn
mean
camping.
enemies?
Oh, they would hate me so bad because I would be spawn camping my own fucking planet, and they'd be like, "You can't camp there. You can't camp there, man. You can't camp there. Why the fuck not? Can't camp there. Can't camp there. We're trying to hit Earthlings. Yeah. What happens now, motherfuckers? Somebody really watching the goddamn clock." Yeah, see them space guys? They're only for a station. I am for a battleship.
You mean bad guys, enemies? You heard that right? Yeah, I'm just like, I asked if
Nobody
you
will
would just
enter my
drive like a
planet.
spaceship commercially, like as a like
No.
those flight
I will
pilots and
arm the
shit.
shit out of it.
Good fucking God, Drake. You're gonna be like Han Solo.
I'm gonna arm the shit out of it. No one come near my
He's
fucking
like,
planet.
yes, and I would be a
Nobody-
space smuggler. I'd be the first and the best.
Nobody's gonna fucking dare come to this goddamn planet while I'm on duty.
I would go through the Dagobah system, right? You'd be like,
Bro, you don't
yes,
wanna-
yes,
you don't
I want
wanna
to be
go through-
Han Solo, Chris.
Bro, you don't want to go through.
I'm gonna have so many enemies. Jabba's gonna be mad at me. Fucking Christ. Oh my! I was just asking if you would ever like fly commercially from like the moon and back, bringing civilians and shit. But yeah, yes, I want to be a space pirate.
I was going to go through the solar system, through the Milky Way galaxy. But then I found out Draco was on duty. And then I found out that there was a shortcut. I took the Dagobah system.
Oh my gosh. So no, you wouldn't be a commercial flyer for a space.
No, I would. You
Okay.
give me a spaceship that's capable of actually commercially doing shit, I will turn weapons onto that motherfucker. You're not gonna pirate me. You're not gonna get away from me. I'm gonna shoot you if you shoot me.
Oh, I love it
See
too
why
much.
this is why civilians have to be, licensed for that shit. People like me, we do good things for the nation and its people, but we have very bad ideas.
I mean, like, if there's no jobs left in the future, and like I was offered to go to flight school and just do that, like I'd probably do it. I'll be honest. Like,
So,
you
Mr.
know.
Siege, we're thinking about drafting you in for NASA Space Command. if
Well,
you
no,
don't
it would be
mind.
more like a private company. You just drive to the moon.
Oh
Real
no,
simple
no.
type of
We're
shit,
just
you know?
we're gonna throw you right into the big leagues. You're capable of doing it. We've needed you. We don't know what we were thinking without you. You're going up to space, sir. And
Well,
you know it's
if
not an
that's the
end.
case, if I'm actually like exploring from planet to planet type of shit, and like actually like in charge of my own fleet and everything, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't.
I might-
I wouldn't
I
be
would
able to
do it-
make the calls because there's a lot you need to know about space and all of that shit. I wouldn't
would
be
be
able to
okay
make the
if it
hard
was Milky Way.
calls.
If it was Milky Way only. Say if I actually had a ship capable of Milky Way only, I don't want to go outside of it and risk.
It's like you're working for a
If
trunk.
especially-
It's like you're working for a trucking company. And you're like, no, I don't want to drive international. Only within my country. Yeah, please.
Man, within my nations, yeah. Because at that time, you know it. Because if it's just you and a fleet, somebody out there is not alone. Because they're gonna realize, hey, they got spaceships that can either one do damage or two get far distances and just move.
hmm I mean, if it's to the moon and back, like every day, 8 times a day, a lot of time to retrospect and shit, yeah, I'd do it. And mostly autopilot, you're just worried about landing and taking off. Like, it's.
How do you plan on taking off, sir? You see that dock right there? I'm just gonna hover right above it.
hmm
What? You got a cool hovercraft? Yeah, about that. Grabs the keys. It's got a little joystick on it. Presses a button. It's like fucking Batman. Just starts flying in on its own. You're like, who's driving the ship? Oh, it's me. See this little cool remote control? It's like a little RC car.
Do you think we'll ever create a space elevator?
Space elevator.
Yes, those are like, think of like an elevator, only it goes into space. Super duper thick pipe and everything. And then there's docking stations in orbit. Do you think we'll ever do something like that?
Nah.
Because that's in Halo. That's like a huge sci-fi
that's-
thingy, like the space elevator.
There's too much debris. There's too much debris. Just in general, there's too much to be. You can't have. It's hard to have something oscillating with Earth at an even speed, because we can never predict how fast Earth is going to spin today, tomorrow,
Mhm.
next week. We can't ever predict it. Even though people are like, we have a magnetic this and that, we cannot predict the probability that it's going to spin fast or slow. Here's the truth. Earth is actually slowing down in time.
So you don't think a
This-
space elevator could happen? We could
I don't
find a
think so.
strong enough material and build an elevator into space that
I
could
don't-
withstand even the Earth rotating and everything.
If there is, we would have enough failures to actually run us broke. That's the thing. We would have enough failures to actually run us broke, because people would try something good like that. It's not the only thing thought of.
Well, it's in
especially,
sci-fi. Like it's been
Yeah.
thought for years.
Space
it's-
elevator,
yeah.
well, you know what? Fuck this bitch. I'm out here, and I'm go right up to fucking space, and you're up there smoking a doobie.
Yeah.
You
Well, it's
know?
more like supplies, and then you got people shuttling in and out, docks and everything.
Yeah. But I don't think. Now, if it was connected, then the problem. Maybe if we weren't connected, but if it had some sort of way to be like we were talking about earlier, beam me up, Scotty, and right to it, then now you're talking with business. Because, like I said, at that point when someone's like, beam me up, Scotty, we are already into the technology of transporting and teleporting. In just the word teleporting items and goods will be the first thing. Someone's going to be like, I want to teleport goods from space back to Earth. That's what we humans should be doing, but we're not, because we're all, slightly afraid of invasion.
Do you think a Dyson sphere is possible?
No. So, Premonition Dream showed me something about that, and I actually got to see what happened with a Dyson sphere applied to our solar system. Not no peyote trip, not no funny shit.
Well, it would destroy
think-
our solar system. It would have to be a different solar system we're okay with destroying.
Exactly. So, like, you're shutting off the entire light to everything else, and which means you have assured that there is no life anywhere near you that dwells on that light. The moment you shut that off, the moment you kill one like race, you cannot run into that race again and be like, hey, we're homies. Because if they're like, you guys from the solar system shut your fucking light off and froze Andromeda, like
For those who don't know what a Dyson sphere is, it's building something around a sun to collect all the energy. So I just want to be clear, you're not shutting it off, you're collecting you're like extracting all of the energy from a sun, which is
into
billions and
anything
trillions
else
of
won't know.
gigawatts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Into any other race within like eye shot, you have probably however many years from us to you in travel time until that light shuts off.
Mhm.
Now, the reason why I say shuts off, because from that distance, you're gonna just know that there is a star that is just equivalently dimming out, and then eventually it will shut off. And anything within this sun's distance of heat, light touching it, or anything, you're going to kill the existence of oxygen, other chemicals, hydrogen. You're shutting off all the other fuel supply that's irradiated, exasperated, exhausted into the space that it feeds off of, keeps, lives. The moment you change the chemical compound of it,
Mhm.
I was shown the destruction that it would have and what would happen.
So
And it was
I
not pretty.
just want to be. It was made by a physicist in 1960. For those just in chat who are Freeman Dyson is named after, stemming from an idea by an author of Star Maker by Olaf Stapledon in 1937. So this is old sci-fi shit. It's been proven wrong so many times. Like that's why I asked, and it was a rhetorical question. I figured you'd say no, because if you said yeah, I'd be like, I don't know, man.
The only way, again, it's the fact that you would have to be that piece of shit. That's the thing. You have to be the piece of shit to say, yeah, I'm putting all them resources in. One, you got to have the resources, and two, you got to have the no heart to kill off whatever that one.
You would
You're
literally have to
shutting it
hollow out one of the planets in that solar system to get all the resources to build around, maybe even like 2 or 3, just to build around the sun, like a Dyson
and
sphere.
transmute it into something else.
Yes.
Yeah, to a metal that's not going to melt at the temperature of a sun. On top of that, you can't.
Mind you, that some of these planets are rich with resources. We probably could, 1 or 2, 3 planets if there is a solar system that's dead and star won't affect anything, like all of that. But that's a rare solar system, and would it be worth it? No.
Nobody goes to think of that either, because I mean, you have to transmute that metal. You have to. It needs to be moved, and nobody has proven the fact that what happens if we move the sun at fast paces. What happens to the sun if we do move it at all?
Yeah.
Is it plugging something? Is it moving? Is it there? Are we moving in a direction? Are we stagnant? Did we hit the stale zone? So there's other plausibilities that got to be applied,
Well, there's not a single star in the Milky Way galaxy that is just sitting still. All of them are moving.
No, as far as we can observe.
Yes. We can observe our Milky Way galaxy. We can observe Andromeda, the next galaxy closest to it. So, we can observe it. I believe there is a central star, but even that is moving through space technically. So,
yep,
it's all moving.
And here's the thing. And so that one is supposedly the most powerfulest star in the entire universe.
I don't know about
and it
that.
pumps out enough, and it pumps out enough like gamma rays. It's like if the core of that was to aim at Earth from the distance that it's at right now, it still can evaporate us. Yeah. It does not matter. You can look that up because there is a star out there that is the center of the universe, right? And that little star is
that's
so
center of
powerful.
the universe. So if you think of this is from Mike Tyson. If you think of a speck of dust, as opposed to the room I'm in right now, not that big, not that small. That speck of dust is how much we know about the universe. And this is the predicted universe, is my room. They're predicted. We don't know.
Yep.
So like we know very little about the universe, and that's why I'm like, we need to fucking. But the most powerful, the quote unquote most powerful star depends on the metric. But R136A1, most massive, brightest, UY Scuti, is the largest in size and volume, and Magnetars, the strongest in magnetic fields. So it depends what metric you're actually using when you say the most powerfulest star, because that's what I googled.
Well, then you would actually, but you didn't even type near us.
Yeah, okay, yeah, near, but I just put at
That's
the
the
end
one, 'cause
the known
they should pick up
universe. So like what
I'd
we
say,
know.
yeah,
That's why I was like, I don't know if in the known universe that's the most
All right,
powerful.
well, okay,
I'm just
Captain
saying.
Obvious. We're gonna
I'm
go and
just
look.
saying
Fucking-
because maybe in our definitely in our solar system, I believe you. It's the most powerful. But in the known universe, there's like, we know other galaxies at this point. We got the technology, I think, around 2014 to actually like really deeply explore other stars and galaxies. So like that's why I'm like, I don't know about that. Because I think like the North Star is fucking insane.
Do.
I couldn't tell you though. There's so many planets, stars, and galaxies. They're coming out. They're literally finding like 18 per day, I believe. Let me Google. How many planets are found per day average?
Is that what them are? Is pistol stars? Not. That might be. Hang on.
Exoplanets. That's what they're finding. Are exoplanets.
I think that's what
That's right. They're not finding planets every single day. They're finding exoplanets now because they figured out a new method to find planets that aren't orbiting a star, so they're completely dark.
Yeah, because there's one, like I said, there's one that's right near the most. So like, the north and south pole of that star, irradiates a laser light beam of energy out that it gives off and emits. That it can be seen oscillating like a top.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment that north or south end like tips and say if it was to aim towards our galaxy, it is rumored to be it is strong enough to if start evaporating shit.
Yeah.
At the distance that it's, I guess if I could remember the damn star's name.
Vaporizing, not evaporating, but yes.
Like literally, it's like
Evaporating is
Poop.
just water. Vaporizing is anything. That's why I'm like, not really, yeah. But evaporate water, yeah.
if a
but
laser,
like,
dude, okay, if it aims
I'm
at
just-
fucking
yeah.
Earth and throws across the lake, bro, use your brain.
we would all literally be fucking air. We would
Yeah,
all be.
I was gonna say,
our
we're
planet would be
literally gonna fry.
Mercury.
But
Literally, the closest
So-
planet to the sun, Mercury, it would be a cracked
That
ball
little-
of rock.
that literally would be it. So
Yeah.
if that was the theory was put to like a hypothetical, thought test. What would happen if what would somebody thought of what would happen to Mercury if that would strike? And most of everybody had come up with the fact of like the thought of the fact that as soon as that would like stream across it, that you would see it literally like that crack, it would pop.
Mhm.
Because Mercury is the most. I would.
It's
swear to God,
hot as
the hardest to-
fuck.
It's got to
Dude.
be a hard little ball, dude.
Yeah,
That's a
it is.
crispy
It
little
is a
bugger.
hard little ball right now. If it just fucking hard, hot little ball right now. If it just got a lot a bit hotter,
It would pop.
Yep.
Yep.
It would just-
If
yep.
that would hit Venus, it would look like somebody sneezed in space.
Mm-hmm. It would
'cause
literally
of all the
pop into like
toxic gas.
a ball of, and then it would start orbiting the sun as like a ring around the sun of just rocks until
Gravity,
it
yeah.
all just collapsed in, and it would
You
just
are
be
right.
nothing.
You're right. And then it was brought upon Earth, and again, once it brings up the fact of biblical proportion. It's so creepy
I love it.
because if we were exposed to it directly to our skin, it supposedly at the distance would take at least a couple hours, but mankind would be destroyed from it.
Hmm.
The first thing we would encounter would be boils and blisters on our arms that we cannot cure ourselves from because they're irradiated.
Hmm.
And no one would know from what direction because they wouldn't think that it's coming from a star outside of their solar system.
Hmm.
And the chances of anybody and everybody trying to adapt to that, the only thing we're trusting NASA. This
Well, like it would underground people would thrive at that point.
full velocity when that thing comes around, it can, as soft as Earth is, it melts. We literally turn into a little hot ball.
lava planet. Then yeah,
We
we're all
are.
just dead.
Yeah, yeah.
NASA
it
ain't
turns
gonna
straight
save
back
us.
yeah, hell no, hell no.
No, we're
There's
just
no
dead.
way they have an answer. There's nobody with the answer,
Mhm.
and you got to have some miracle cure for cancer or radiation
Yeah.
because you're dealing with intergalactic gamma. You know,
Mhm.
that's too insane.
Space cancer.
So nobody can. It's hard to dictate space. It really is. Especially, like I said, look at that. Like the stars. Just for instance,
Well-
some stars are small, and some be like our neighbors, deadly as shit.
When I say space cancer, what do you think of?
No, you want sitting outside of the sun, getting fucking sunburnt for the rest of the days.
That's it, because I think of the flood from Halo. There's
Oh,
space
he's gonna eat my
cancer.
oh, hello. I'm fucking lagging like a bit.
Well, that's not good. I see that.
Okay. Yep. So we're gonna hit the brakes. Yep.
That's rough.
No, it's because I think I got that back on the background. Boom. That off. Bam. But I want to save this.
I get you. Too many things going
But space cancer definitely. That's funny.
on.
That's fucking.
I mean, I
funny.
didn't think of that. That's just what we call the flood in the Halo community, space cancer. Space virus, space zombies. You know.
Where they all just you're just like, oh, he's looking good. Oh, bro, you don't look. Oh, those are worms. Them are fucking worms. I'm sorry, bro. I had them all inside me.
That's the hunters. Those are Legola worms.
Oh yeah, there you
Sorry,
go.
I know my Halo lore. The flood.
What's wrong with you, bro?
The flood. They are the primordials, which are the first beings in the Halo lore to ever be created. They created humans, they created the Forerunners, they created the elites, they created everything in the universe. They ground themselves into a fine dust after the Forerunners, those bastards, went to war with them and tried killing them all. And then over time, that dust got corrupted. The Forerunners fed it to their pets because it made them, more likable and stuff. Like they'd, be like all loving and everything. And then it turned them into the flood. And that's how the flood got created in Halo lore.
They couldn't be nice. They couldn't be nice, but they turned into
Yep.
worms.
Yep, they're it's literally the ground up dust of our creators. Just
Why couldn't you
fucking
be a piece of shit to me like you were
being
supposed to,
stubborn
man?
as fuck, saying,
I
you know
don't know.
what? No, we can't have individual life in the world. All one. Let's make it all one, baby.
Hey, look at you, man, and his jaw comes off, and he's like, "Oh, it's turning into something." Throws it away.
Yep.
Dude, wasn't that your jaw? Okay, man, I'm just growing another one.
Good Lord. No, but I love the flood. They're my favorite. Zombies. They're so fucking creepy. So do me.
I was watching some Halo VOD stuff, but I watched a clip where there was Master Chief was caught by, I think, that plant creature. I can't goddamn name. It's fucking long.
That was Halo
But he's
2. I
like-
just played that mission yesterday, actually. It's Regret is the name of it. They glass the area because you just killed the Covenant leader, and you jump into the whatever water. They're glassing it, but the flood tentacle comes up and grabs you. And he's like, this, what does he say? He says, this is not your tomb, but you're welcome to stay. And he pulls you down. And I love
I
it.
think it was. I think it was him because he was like, he grabs up both these warriors, right? Master
Yep.
Chief and the Arbiter.
Arby.
He grabs these motherfuckers, and keep
Yep.
in mind, intergalactically, these guys are the most feared. They look at each other like they're like angel looking at demons, you know. Like he even tells Spartan, he's like, demon, you know, and
Yep.
he's like, shut up. I'd rather not
For-
piss this
So,
one
so
off.
for those who don't know, at this point in the Halo lore, so Regret happens, he pulls Master Chief down, and then the Arbiter has 2 missions, and he gets betrayed by the Brutes in the Covenant, which is a bunch of alien species that came together to activate the Halo rings. The Halo rings were built by the Forerunners way back when, to kill everything in the universe so that the flood couldn't spread. And then they had
Right.
little sanctity pods that would rehatch like humanity, the elites,
And
the
eventually,
brutes. and-
Regret got caught.
Yep.
Regret got caught by the
But they wanted to activate the Halo rings because they thought it would be like a sacred journey.
yeah, like,
type
oh,
of
we
thing.
haven't completed the
Mhm.
ritual.
Exactly.
And the little
That's the
robot
cutscene you watch. Yes.
Yeah, he's
yep,
like,
yep.
he's like, what ritual that you watched is the fact that you believe into a religion,
Yep.
and it doesn't exist.
Yep, this ring has been successfully or virtually fired 3,455 times and 1 successful test fire, which is when they actually. Well,
But
one
yeah,
successful fire it was when they actually killed everything in the universe trillions of years ago. The Forerunners.
And he points at him, and Regret goes, and it's all because of that spot over there, and he's all spitting shit out, and to think, you know, Regret pulls this guy, you know, like he's got Regret, and the deity, the guardian there, he goes, this one has brain but lacks of.
I know the
certain
exact
sense."
quote if
Like,
you want me to say it.
yeah, bro, 'cause I can't fucking remember it.
This one is metal and machine and has his mind concluded. This
Yeah.
one is of but faith and is the more deluded. Oh,
Yes.
makes me coom every time. Oh,
And you never expect to hear that because
Yes.
out of a villain, you expect to be like, he's deluded. I like him. But he's got them both hung up in the air, waving them in front of his nasty, gashed out,
And then-
gargling,
and then
nasty
the
teeth.
elite goes,
Oh.
"Kill me or release me, parasite, but do not waste my time with talk." And he says, "Talk. I have talked." And I have sat through plenty of time, and I have heard through rock and stone and flesh. Yeah, it's just, I fucking love it. And then
You
at the
will
end,
listen to me.
yeah, he says,
And
now
he
it's
gave
my
that
turn to
for you.
talk, and you will listen. And he brings up both of them, and they talk together, because that's the best way to explain it. But Elite doesn't believe it. They're looking for the thing to activate that Halo ring. They're looking for the index.
And to think of how many he's caught. And to really put this to perspective, guys, this is a boss that has captured 4 boss level characters
So
as prisoners.
I'm happy you brought this up, because a single flood spore could destroy this entire world.
Yep.
Could infect one person and spread like nothing.
Like Vidivid.
Yes.
Like Vidivid.
Yes.
Gone.
So I'm happy you brought that up. Because at this point, he's called the Grave Mind.
Is that who it is? The Gravevine?
Yes, that is the flood grave mind, because when enough biomass is collected, it creates a central consciousness. Halo 1, there wasn't enough, and the AI is kind of dumber and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
there was literally, it was
yeah.
rumored back
It was more scattered flood and everything. They're not working together as a center. In Halo 2, they're working together as a central consciousness. You kill one, they all come toward you in that area.
But what was scary is that thing, not only the central conscious, but how sentient, not
Yep.
just conscious.
Well, you got to think
The difference
at that
between
point,
that blood-
once a grave mind happens, they unlock everything all the way back to the primordials. They created
yeah.
humanity. They know everything.
How creepy is that?
But
And-
but
and
they're
keep
they're
in
just
mind-
biomass, so it's not like now. Imagine if they got space travel capabilities.
So
We would be
again,
all
in a
fucked.
way, their spore form is their space travel. So like
yeah.
they can travel inside the power conduits of machines as well, which they've shown that. They've shown that they will consume machines temporarily.
So AI is tricky. They'll give it like logic problems to try to break it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they tried to do that with Arbiter or not
Or
Arbiter.
Cortana.
They tried, tried
Yes.
doing that there,
Mhm.
and and he was like, "Oh no, see, I don't mind being controlled by them." So he was all happy and giggity about it. He's like,
Oh
"I
no,
just
that
don't
was
like
that
the
was
fact-"
Pennant and Tangent.
Yeah, Pennant and Tangent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cortana.
he-
Cortana and Halo 3 got stuck with the flood for like a good couple of months, just
He was
talking to the
okay
flood,
with it.
and she got whittled down a bit. But I think she's corrupted, but I don't care about 343 lore.
so, in all reality, Cortana was initially corrupted because that spore was a virus at that time.
Well, she
So-
got put into High Charity, which was the Covenant's home base, where
Twice.
all 5 species lived and moved around on a spaceship that was fucking
Twice.
like the size of
got-
a planet. And she well, it got infected by the flood at the end of Halo 2, and she
Yep,
got
that's
stuck
second.
in there for like 2 months with a grave mind.
Yeah, there's so the thing with Cortana was when they discovered her. If you think about it, Cortana was discovered around one of the one of the sites. Of the
Cortana was
flood.
made. She was made by
Was she-
the
was
person.
she made?
Yeah, she was made
Or
by.
was that the Spartan that was made as a child?
She
the
was
child?
made by Dr. Halsey, which is the person who created every single Spartan. She started the Spartan program, and she took a piece of her brain and put it into an AI.
Okay, all right. I remember that. No, I was
Yep,
making
and then
sure 'cause I was-
uploaded all of humans' consciousness and information, everything we had into it, and then gave it to Master Chief. Well, gave
Oh,
it to
mine was-
Noble Team, and then they gave it to Master
Because-
Chief. But
Because when they took Noble, so Noble didn't want to become Spartan didn't want to become a Spartan at all. It didn't even want to be part of Noble in the first place.
there's 3 tiers of Spartans.
Well, just like Master Chief, that's what I was talking
Spartans, Master Chief.
about. Bro,
Mark
the
II.
only person I'm talking all right.
The
I'm gonna quit- I'm
Noble
gonna quit
Team
the
is Mark
conversation.
1.
Same
Sorry,
person
sorry.
I'm
I'm
talking
just saying, Noble Team's Mark 1 and Master Chief's Mark 2, that there's huge differences in how they're augmented in their childhoods and everything. That's why I'm it. But Mark 3's is just any human could be a Mark 3, and it's kind of stupid. It's 343 lore. But yeah, sorry, I know a lot about Halo lore. I'm sorry. But Spartans are
moving
cool.
on. We need a different topic.
We do. You're playing Soda Man. I've seen a bunch of games like those. I've played them where you just run around and upgrade, and then over time you get better upgrades and stuff.
Like Mega Bonk.
Yeah, Mega Bonk's one that I was kind of looking at, just because it's kind of like the 3D, but like I'm probably not even gonna get it. I don't know what other games you've been playing. I noticed you played Command and Conquer, General
I
Zero
can't-
Hour.
I can't find that impact. Not that, but I haven't found the good mod either. But I was looking for the.
Oh
patch
yeah.
For the screen resolution side is for it to read directly, and they want me to download a DirectX. But if I time it, I think it was DirectX. I think it was like 8.0.
Yeah, I think that it's DirectX. You're right. I could
'Cause
send
I
you a
remember-
link of mine.
I
but
remember it was DirectX 8 or 9, because it wasn't DirectX 13 or 15 or nothing. It wasn't that none one of those.
Yeah,
DirectX, like
I think it was 8.
I
Can't
want to say
remember.
8,
Yeah, I can't remember.
but they even break it down like even in 8, you gotta go to a date.
Yes.
I would like it because it affects all of it and it fixes all the problem all at once. The mod, if the mod needs updating and it's not updated for any reason, I'm gonna have to wait on the mod and it goes back down to screen resolution.
Now you
I just
see
want it for the
me?
main file.
And now you're dead.
Someone said they wanted me to play Red Alert 3, and I got I want to play all of them, but
There's so
Yeah.
many.
again, I'm running everybody through the story mode, but
Mhm.
haven't, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's so many of them. I don't even really. You explain the story, and it gets deep. I didn't know
So,
it got
you
so
know,
deep.
You seen when I was playing Command & Conquer 1, right?
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
first one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool because now back then that was kind of the vibe, you know. You got it in on another little, a little TV that was in your TV, and
Mhm.
they were talking to you, having these kind of cool little like this. It's kind of like cool little pixelization.
Yeah.
We didn't have smooth movement like this back then.
Oh yeah.
We actually had to.
Like I saw it, there was only like 8 directions they could be facing, or what? 9 or what?
Mhm.
Yeah, like 8. Yeah.
So like there were certain ways that you could really mess with it. Like when you get up to like Command & Conquer, I think. When do you suppose they really gave a shit about the 3D? I don't feel like.
I don't know, man.
Red
Again, I've
Alert
only
thing.
played Generals and General 0 Hour. That's all I got.
Yeah, so I think Generals
I love Generals.
3D was kind of Red Alert style, World War II based, kind of Soviet and
I would say
and Russia.
think of anything before Generals. Did they have a cool main menu where it like circled around a 3D area? Because I'd say then Generals, because they have that, Where's that town square?
Because you got to go and look around your town square. Yeah, barely
Yeah.
did. Yeah, no, did they? No, they did not. They did not. Ever
And that's when they
have
started
any-
focusing on 3D, right?
true,
Because that's when they're showing
true.
it off.
True, very true. I'm sitting there
Right.
thinking about it. Maybe that was why I was clashing with it.
Yeah. Now, I prefer 0 Hour intro screen. That thing is, I've started that for hours. Hours.
I'll sit there and listen to OBS or the OST
Right?
online. I don't know
Oh.
why, but I do. I'm nerd out to just the music.
I get
Even,
that.
and the fucked up thing is, I listen to GLA more than I do anything else.
Hey, dude, they got some bangers.
What?
They got some straight up bangers on GLA. I don't have the actual OST. I've wanted to download them so many times, but then I'm like, no, if I download them, I'm not going to play the game as much. I need to just make it so that, I have to play the game to listen to them, because then it's like, yes.
Well, this summer, see here, for this coming year, I got to think of this year's absolute trash. I don't like this year.
Why not?
Everything went.
Oh, yeah, no, this year was awful. Well, I thought you meant next year, sorry. Because the New Year's coming up.
Next year, I want to try do a couple of projects, but
Same here.
I'm probably gonna look like a dumbass doing it. But so I'm gonna go out and try to create. I'm gonna record sound effects, basically.
Okay.
My own custom sound effects. So that way, I ain't gotta go and be like, download this,
Yeah.
download that.
Yeah.
Like, I thought about it, man. I was watching some Wu-Tang flicks, right? And I'm like, you hear what sounds like somebody, swinging a whip through the air or something.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I don't want to keep doing sound effects with my mouth. What would it be if I was to self-record something? I spent a couple nights pondering. If I took a switch from the backyard and swing it through the air, and I'm like, can you do it without hitting your phone?
I would say winter's the best time to do it, because then you don't have crickets in the background, you don't have any bugs, leaves.
Oh, yo, go away. Are
Sorry,
you
man.
kidding me? No, you're right. Wintertime would be perfect because it's absolute
Sorry.
silence and there's a buff. Oh, bro,
Sorry.
you're so evil. I don't
And
know
if
if I
it's
can
snowing, it's even better because then it buffers outside sounds if you got neighbors. And yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
crazy. I didn't
sorry.
even think about that. Now you got me looking at that sumac tree out there now.
Sorry,
God damn
man.
it.
I'm sorry. Because I
I was
thought
just
of that.
saying,
I'm like, fuck.
I'm like, man,
Sound
gonna be able to go
propagates
and
low, in lower temperatures.
because you
it
know what I'm talking
propagates
about.
less,
Like,
yeah.
I want to go outside and just wiggle a sheet of metal at one point. You know?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Gansha has his own command, and he said, "I want you to rip the bong and record it like the best you can, and make that my command." And so I did, and now that's because I cannot find a water bong sound. I notice how I say water bong because I've looked up just bong, weed bong, water pipe. You can. There is no just straight tube sound. They all suck.
I swear to God, I had one.
I spent hours looking. If you find one, let me know. But yeah, I made my own. I told Gansh, he's like, I want a bong rip. And I'm like, good luck finding one. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I've spent hours listening to fucking bong rips.
I could have swore there was one. Now you got me curious to look on my blurbs and shit,
Right?
bro. Like, they ain't even
Well, a
fucking funny.
downloadable one. I don't want blurb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I think on Twitch and Blurts, you can record. There is a button where you can record or upload your own sound, but you're given a limited amount of time. So like, you have
Ugh.
you have 15 seconds, right, to
Yeah.
do a smoke sound, and you got to do it right, or otherwise you got to wait again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
fuck
isn't
that.
bad. It isn't bad.
No,
Don't get
fuck
me wrong.
that.
New sodas to let you know that these pink sodas are new. They did just like freshly entered this as the new content.
Oh, cool. New
The
update.
Ultra Dragon Fruit.
Word. Fuck yeah.
But what was I getting at?
Sorry,
I
I
had
just
content.
smoked a bowl. Fuck.
Don't worry, I fucked it up.
What were we just talking about?
Don't worry, never mind. We're fucking high.
Well, you're talking about sound and recording sounds and bong rips.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So like, you get 15 seconds on like Twitch. I think Twitch, but Blurp allows you to do like a full like. You could do up to like a minute, I think. A minute, and that's like you can create a walk on or something like that, for shit like that. So there's a couple of ways to actually do custom, but you got to have Twitch's approval. Twitch Daddy got to approve it. Sure, it ain't vicious or something dumb. Make sure you ain't saying racist words or anything you ain't supposed to.
Yeah.
But I do recall because I was really looking into that. I'm like, man, what if I just take some sound clips of my own? And I had just like music because I was like, thought that's where my music would go. And I was like, oh, is it like a theme song? Do I put it on like, and now in the red corner, like, is it like that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't fucking know back then. So I was like, let me check it out. And it just told me, hey, your clip was too long. Wouldn't be able to record it. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to record it. So then I started thinking, get back into my audio. And then I thought about get back into audio, and I got back into music. It just hit me, bro. I told you, it follows me.
I feel you.
There's anything about recording, I just end up doing music afterwards.
I
Or
think
getting
you
involved
mentioned,
with
didn't you?
music.
You got a buttload of snow. Right.
We got now at least, I would say about 1.5 feet sitting now, but we're about to get some more.
Oh, that's rough.
About probably another 1.5 feet and negative temp.
That's rough. Yeah, we got snow up until like fucking, I'd say around like 1 today, 1 p.m. or 1 p.m. And then it stopped and like some flakes here and there, but it says that it's snowing right now. And I'm
Oh, you guys-
obligated to clear the driveway, contractually obligated, so.
I was gonna say, because you guys are about to get an Arctic chill that'll be coming up within the next couple days. It'll be
I
blown by
know.
us, dropping -0 temp.
I've been just, I don't have the snowblower anymore, so I've been just fucking.
No.
I've shoveled it twice today. That's why I'm like, if it's snowing right now.
Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, I was like, oh gosh, if I have to leave because it's snowing, but I don't know. Maybe we'll take a short break or something. We'll check on it because my back is killing already though. Fucking.
Dude, I had to crawl in my crawl space today, and then fucking I had to shut off. So earlier, I had to shut off my stream because my neighbor comes over. He's like, "Let's do this underneath your house, right?" I get underneath the house to put that damn check the old heater, and it burns up on me, like literally in my hand.
Goddamn.
Like so, I go to flip it on, plug it in, and it's going. It's starting. I can hear the fan kick on. The next thing you know, I'm smelling just hard plastic smell, and then all of a sudden I look down, blue fumes, just cloud of blue smoke come belling out of the fan area from the little space heater. I just whiffed a fucking nostril full of that shit, bro. Ugh. Dude, I turned around, I couldn't breathe. Neighbor comes out, he goes, "What you doing?" I don't know. I figured it looks like I was bored enough. Figured it'd be melodramatic me doing this. No, I'm doing it for no reason. He looks at me like, "Man, you didn't see that puff of smoke? Damn near caught a ball of fire on my damn hands." He's like, "Well, what are you doing trying to start a fire?" I said, "Damn it, fuck it." I didn't want to just sit here with chemicals. Like, yeah, I had a plan today to go underneath my house, sniff on a burnt fucking motor from a fucking heater. That was my plan.
Delicious.
Fucking,
Fucking delicious.
I got the best of it today. Yeah.
That's fucking rough. That's fucking rough. Yeah, I went to the chiropractor. It was snowing lightly. And then get everything done. White out. I'm talking 2 car lengths you couldn't see in front of you.
It did white wall last night.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here thinking about it.
It was just fucking coming down and hard. Like it was, wipers on full, and I'm spraying fucking all my windshield wiper fluid out, as I'm driving. Like, hope no one's in front of me. And it was fucking white out, conditions out of nowhere.
Dumping hot coffee out the windshield. You're like, I got anything to fucking defrost.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna go to the store, go to the gas station, go liquor store. I had a whole list, and then I was like, no, I'm going straight home. White out. I'm not doing anything. I actually got gas on the way home because, the gas station is also at Tim Hortons. So I was like, fuck it, I'll get Tim's too.
Get a discount there, no store fact.
I'll just put 20 instead of 40 into the tank because it's fucking cold. I'm getting snowed on it, but and I'll fucking get some Tim's. I'm happy I did. It was the move. I haven't seen fucking Corey yet, so I haven't smoked that infused joint. I'm very thankful.
I know. I got a nice little dabber dizzle ready as well. I'm just over here fucking.
Yeah, he fucking popped in on my stream last night, and he's like, I don't want to wait long. I'm just popping in, like, for literally a minute to tell you hi, and I got to go. I'm going to hit you tomorrow for the podcast.
You don't just come in like that.
Fucking bastard. And then it popped. Like at 17 and a half days, it happened. It must have still been lurking or something,
excited for no reason.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oof, all right, I'm going to save it for tomorrow then. And I messaged him, but I don't see him. He's probably busy. Save it for next time I see him. Because I'm busy nowadays.
Drinking buddy. Yeah, get my bay up in here. And we gamble.
We
started out.
Okay, I'm up.
We started out with topics of no topics. We ended out in the middle of space. Just letting you know.
That's how it goes, man. It's just how it goes, man.
We ended out in the middle of space,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out how we were going to be the next civilians out into space.
You're saying it's only been an hour and a half.
Well, in all reality, I wouldn't mind at least trying to, if out in space, because I need to. This Earth's getting boring. Oh God, I hurt saying that.
It is.
Why did it hurt?
I'm one of those. I long for actual space travel. That would be cool to live on another planet.
So, would you want immortality if you were space traveling?
That's a good question.
I am Chris Siege, Lord of the Siege Nation warship.
We talked about immortality. What type of immortality?
Well, I mean, we have, if we do
Invulnerability, like am I indestructible? Like, what level are we talking here? You feel me?
we're gonna want something that, like I said, we want it to, immortality, which we have to beat. We have to find a way to either cheat life and death, because you're gonna age. You're gonna age. What happens if you travel to a distance farther than the distance that your ship can make, with you alive in it? So
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
human life years is like what, 100, maybe 120 years, really pushing the max.
Yeah.
So what if Jimmy Toucan can't even live up to 100 years for his 300-year trip?
Then I would say no.
You're gonna have to be immortal.
Yep. Nope.
So like,
Well, invulnerable immortal.
I mean, at that point, you'd have to have that type, wouldn't you?
Would I be Bender flying through fucking space with people fighting on his ass?
That sounds all kind of not to beat on the dick about.
Like, how immortal am I? I could survive out in space, like naked?
Like, at that point, yeah, space travel becomes illogical, right?
But would I constantly be feeling like it's pulling air out of my lungs and constantly be tortured? Or would I just literally survive normal, like I could function out in the middle of space?
How would I do this?
How immortal are we talking? Yeah.
I don't need a spaceship if I'm immortal.
Yeah, because if I'm immortal, I'll shoot myself into space. If I can literally be naked out in space and not be suffocating constantly, that would be fucking awesome.
No need. So then now you're a sentient being. God damn it, we fucking still broke space travel. God damn it, we can't stay in space. We have to add immortality. So now if we go into space and we add immortality and we no longer are occupied and cooed by space and its travel, and now that we're immortal, what is there left to discover? Other than, like, we've already discovered races at that point. I mean, you're immortal. You now can go where you want to travel to Jupiter. Yeah, look at, I just pulled this from the core.
Well, that's if you could fly. I'm talking like you're going one direction through the universe. That would be a wild ride.
But you know damn well that's not going to stay like that.
If you're immortal, yeah, I'd get bored.
I'd get bored too.
But like,
can I play pool with Jupiter and Pluto? Is this another way of your mom's so fat jokes?
I don't know if I
Your
do that
dad's
now.
so bored.
You got a point. I don't know if I'd do that now. It would turn
I
into
thought
a
about
Bender
that.
or God type of situation.
You can't die, yeah. You're like, all you want to do is just drink another beer.
Mm-hmm. You would like, I don't know what you would do.
Adding
I guess
immortality
like you'd
to
start
be able to
clipping
space
fingernails
travel.
and drawing little smiley faces on them or something and naming them. I don't know. What would you do?
See? We as humans would, look how fast that would get boring.
Right?
We couldn't be happy.
Right.
Why can't we be happy?
Like, I don't know if I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do
I
that.
just want to be a simple, happy human being. How come I can't live a life of it?
That's a good hypothetical, though. If you're like invulnerable, invincible, and you could like fly through space naked, you wouldn't feel
just
this
get me in
suffering
space
of
and
like,
just-
oh, I'm suffocating. Or if you flew by a star, you wouldn't burn up. You're just literally invulnerable, like Superman.
Yeah, just get me out into space and fling me to a direction. I can't fly. Just fling me. Are you sure? Yeah, I'll punch
Just
that rock
one
right there as hard as
direction,
we can.
Would you do it? If there was an end to it, then yeah, but there is no end. That's the thing.
I would, but I don't want to be that one time where I just become stagnant in the air and I don't got no propulsion. be like, I go and try to grab a rock and be like, oh fuck, I
Well,
didn't
you-
grab on
well, you
tight
wouldn't,
enough,
like-
and just always float, and I'll be like, oh, fuck.
I guess you would
ju-
lose
yeah.
propulsion
Shit.
slowly over time because, like, even in the dead of space, there's like a molecule per like cubic foot, you know.
Yup.
So you would slow down over time.
The moment you go to grab a comment or something and you just drag your hand across it and you don't get a grip and you slow down all the way and you're like, oh fuck, there it goes, and you're just like, ding.
I mean, it depends where you stop too. If you just stop in the dead of space, that would be so boring. But if you like stop somewhere chill,
Hello? Houston? Hello? Anyone home? Any aliens out here, please? Somebody help me, pick me up.
right. And you wouldn't like orbit anything. You're too tiny to orbit.
You'd just be floating, bro. You'd just be
Yeah.
like a little 5-star Patrick out there. Anybody? Hello?
Well, like
Anybody out
eventually,
there?
if you did stop the closest, if there is like a close gravitational body, it would pull you in,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then you would
And
survive
if
on
you're-
that planet. If you're lucky, though, chances
Again-
are you're in
again-
the dead of space.
Yeah, again, invulnerable. So once you get sucked into the atmosphere, you don't die. You just impact.
Yeah, and then you just chill on that planet till the end of your days. Well, if there would be no end of your days, you just chill on that planet forever until the heat death of the universe, I guess.
What is this being doing on this planet?
Oh, hey guys, do you have a way to get me off of here?
We have ways.
Shoot you with a laser beam. Pew! Yeah, see, they tried that there on a couple solar systems to the left of us.
And you couldn't
They tried that.
well, like you couldn't control a planet. So like if you went by real close to like a cool looking jungle planet that looked chill as fuck, you know, you couldn't just
Predator.
you couldn't go there. You know, you couldn't go. Well, even if there is prey, you're invulnerable. Everything he sends at you is that you're just saying.
Imagine. Oh, damn, imagine.
You would be
though.
God if there was any aliens, you know.
At that point, yeah. Fuck it. You know what? What if you were God and you were in space? I wouldn't be in space. I'm gonna exist in a realm between time and space that don't exist.
Yeah, that it's just yeah. But like, yeah, you. But if you went by like a chill-looking planet, no aliens, just like a cool forest planet or whatever, like Dagobah or something, you know, like
I'd fuck it. I'd kick
but-
up the old rocks. You know.
there's no way you can unless you're lucky and there's like an. But even if you push on an asteroid, theoretically you're moving pretty fast. Like let's just say like 60
You're
miles per
gonna
hour.
hit.
Yeah,
You're gonna hit. You're
yeah.
still gonna make that boom, especially if you're just invulnerable and your skin. You might be made of skin, but if you're
I
invulnerable,
don't know
you're
if you
hitting
could
at
change
the
your
speed of
directory
gravity.
though. To
You'd
land
have
on a
to by
planet.
like trusting like whatever you did with your arms and legs. You couldn't build nothing that would withstand you.
I'd say you'd have to if you let's say you're moving 60 miles per hour just for a
Yeah.
you know just for a baseline. I think you like an asteroid comes up. It would the planet would have to be far ahead, and you'd have to like see it coming, and then maybe you could change your course just a little bit. But you're moving so fast, and like you can't push faster than 60 miles per. You know, it would hurt hitting that
You'd have to
asteroid and
be
pushing.
lucky enough- yeah, you'd have to be lucky enough to get space to win.
Yeah.
So in all reality, no, you can't. You can't steer yourself. You can use wings and all that, but it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, like it's
Even
in the
if
end,
you use
yeah. You're like it's just
You have to use some sort of air. You could so invulnerability. I could use my wind. I could just start sucking in air and blowing it out. And
I didn't
it
want to
should be
include
able-
bringing items. I was thinking like you're invulnerable and naked, nothing.
Yeah, like you could.
That's
use
why I
your
was like
lungs and-
fingernails are like you're drawing smiley faces
that
on
point,
them.
yeah.
You know, like you're carving
Yeah.
little smiley faces in them.
You
'cause
have nothing else to worry about.
Well, like you have nothing on you to like. I'm gonna name this object. It's like only your bodily functions. Like you could take like your piece of poop and be like, I'm gonna name you, you know, Hanky the Christmas poop, but like it's only things you produce. So like, yeah, that's why I was thinking you can't really make like imaginary friends unless it's like your fingernails or
only-
something, you know.
So so it's agreed. I think like the only thing we're missing is space travel. But once we do, I think we're really gonna find the I would say fountain of youth in a way.
I don't
We're
think we're
gonna
gonna
find
find
some
it
sort
in
of-
our lifetime.
we're gonna find some sort of way to be like, hey, we can expand ourselves a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like our life source can grow a little bit more.
I
I
don't
think
think
that's the thing.
I don't think so. I think we're pretty much maxed out. Um, we're like plateauing with the max ages around 110, 100, like 20.
That we've
You know.
seen. That we've seen.
But it's just the telomeres on your DNA. So your DNA has little things at the end of each, like strand of them, that when they, your DNA will decay over time, but it'll start with
Yep.
those, and they're called telomeres, and those will decay, but they're not really useful. They're there for decaying, and that's the thing with immortality. How do you make those stay? If you can make them
So
just
those
stay,
so those telomeres that you're talking about that are on the ends of our DNA are capped off. So those are removable by our evolution. You have to be enlightened,
Mhm.
and not as in a joke either. You have to be enlightened enough to be able to unlock that DNA node in us, which is called the God cell. The God cell exists, but in order to do that, you enlightenment is needed. You need to be enlightened. I don't know how to do it. I've thought about Shaolin monks at one point, but there's
Well,
some sort of you
there,
have to be to an enlightened point before you can allow yourself that type of experience.
well, like there's a jellyfish that lives like thousands of years, and it actually regrows its telomeres, and that's what we're looking into.
Yeah.
Could we
Um,
regrow telomeres that are lost potentially?
I don't think we will get that, but I think, like I said, we will have a better feature to unlock because we're all captive.
Okay, I'm
Genetically,
just I don't think we'll discover immortality or space travel in our lifetime, but I'm willing to
no,
help.
but I could see somebody more like, telekinesis. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see more of that being a probable thing than actually the God cell, the invulnerability, right?
Hmm.
So like I would trust the fact that someone's like, I can bend spoons with my brain. Well, I want to see you do that because that can be one that can be shown, and two, that's something that what is exactly what I was explaining. It can be on um I
Well, it's already been done. It was done in The Matrix, and everyone knows that's
yeah,
based on a true story, Draco.
well, not only that, like you have people in the world right now that can do it just naturally, but
I know, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah,
in
there
all
are
reality,
there are people who can do that. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I could see, but it to be used on a grander and better scale and more magnified.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If those type of skills, which sounds very heretic, if those type of skills were actually trained a little better and recognized and taught better, the person who has that gift wouldn't be harmed by it. Which I do know it takes a lot out of certain people if they focus.
Well,
You
like
know,
personally,
it's
I don't believe in spoon bending. I don't. I think it's all a hoax and
I've
everything
seen
like
too
that. Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
too much. I've seen too much of the spoon
Mhm.
bending, and it's
Mhm.
other than the fact of it being in front of me, like if I have the spoon and all of a sudden somebody else taking that same spoon and it bends, yeah, that's the problem. And I've had two spoons that somebody's done that to, and I thought they were fucking some drunk hobo, and they were not. Motherfucker
Oh
bent
yeah.
the spoon. One dude
I'm a
was like, I could
skeptic.
stick it. One dude's like, I'm stick it to my nose, and I'm like, you know what? Don't even talk to me, magnet boy. Like,
Either way, I don't think we'll discover either of those in our lifetime.
oh yeah, we're gonna unlock it. We'll unlock the ability to our.
It'll happen. I think we'll unlock immortality and stuff like that. I don't think we'll be
But
able to
immortality, no.
I don't think we'll be able to like bring someone back if we just like have their head. But I think we'll be able to like discover immortality.
We're able to discover that the neurons from a dead brain can still operate as a normal human being without the host.
Do you think we'll get to a Futurama level then?
I got a feeling that's kind of what we accidentally like. Some of the researchers
Richard
nowadays
Nixon
have,
in the jar.
well, so that's kind of what I believe. Like some of the researchers have accidentally figured out. So like as I was talking about the Einstein's brain being taken apart and neurons taken out and it playing Pong, that's fact.
Hmm.
So there's proof that the how does the body continue operating? What has really genetically made up our body then? If it wasn't DNA and it's just a bunch of neurons, if the neurons is what's doing it by memory, that leaves skeptics into the fact of what has created us and what is making us operate.
Hmm.
So right now, you and me could be literally, as of right now, what sounds like perfect English, we could probably be speaking in language of that could be a language, and we don't even fucking know. That's true shit, bro. We are operating off of neuron firing, and we are deceived and can be deceived by it too.
The snow's coming down pretty
So-
hard. I just checked on it.
So for those who also like an example of
Mhm.
how I'm to understand the level of intellect I'm going at to see these things. So you know how everybody gets that ringing in their ear, and they're like, "Oh, it's someone to talk bad," or it's like, "Oh, I got the sharp tone. I'm altitude," but it's not.
Depends. I'll probably get it maybe once or
So-
twice a year.
So
But it
that
depends.
acute sound that you're hearing is our ear canal, and the inside our ear canal is a little nerve ending. These little nerve endings, only one or two are supposed to fire off little tiny little strands. They look like little noodle ears because they got to hear the auditory stuff in the brain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so our brain is meant to decipher and decode sounds from our ear to understand them of what a sound sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
When our ears ring, it is a batch of those little nerve endings accidentally causing a frequency that your brain cannot decipher. So when you're hearing that beep and it's in your ear, your brain cannot decipher the sound that is being caused because those little batch of nerve endings in your ear has fired off. Instead of one or two, it's a batch of them.
Mm-hmm.
The handful, not the handful, but it would be a numerous amount that fire off. And when they do, it creates a frequency to your brain, and your brain has never understood this frequency. Your brain naturally will never understand this frequency, and that's the frequency of tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you hear that high pitch, and it goes into your body, and when you hear it, it also echoes throughout your bones. Your brain has transmitted that set of nerves, that frequency, and is trying to pull in all the data from your entire body at that brief microsecond to figure out what just caused that within my head.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, it's just that little batch of nerve endings on the inner part of your ear. Instead of one or two firing off, it'd be like 10 or 20 of them.
Mm-hmm. I was always taught that that's when someone's talking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like, "Oh, Jimmy's talking shit about me, that
Yeah,
bastard."
yeah.
Oh, somebody's talking good about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, is that? But the real is
No.
the nerve. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool because
That is kind of cool.
Neil Michael Tyson.
Yeah.
I think Neil Michael. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
He's
know.
the one that he's the one. He's Neil Michael deGrasse. Degrassi?
Mike Tyson,
No.
not Mike Tyson.
Give me a minute.
Okay. Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No.
No. Okay.
Maybe I don't want to.
You're
I
all
don't want to
good.
fuck this up.
You're good.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. I got
I
like
think
three
that
of
is,
his
yeah.
books. Yeah.
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 So like he was the one that like taught me that. Not like taught me physically firsthand. Like having to learn that from him, and I'm like, because in all reality, that dude's smarter than me.
Oh yeah.
That dude's smarter than me. I don't give a fuck. I will accept my defeat on that.
Mhm.
If he come up and says, "Hey, you need to float your boat a different direction," I'll be like, "All right, hey, turn about, turn about." I will. The moment that man comes up and says something, I will do it.
Mhm.
That's scary.
Well, he's the one
Because
who meant. He's the one who did. Remember, I did like the grain of dust or whatever compared to like
Yeah.
this entire. He did that with like a stage and a little P. So I just kind of sized it down in my head, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's the one who gave that example and said, like, we don't know shit about our own universe. We need to explore. We need to put money into technology, telescopes, and things like that. Like, you know, in Pennsylvania, they have a fucking entire town that is, there's no street lights, there's no cell service at night. It's lights out by 10, I believe. Like,
Yup.
you're not allowed
They
to
shut it all
shine too
down.
bright of lights and everything, because there's like super duper nice telescopes in the area, and yeah, everyone just lives that way in the town. They're like, yeah, no, that's fine.
I love it. I'd love it. Just be like, hey, just make sure the town's blacked out at 10, okay? I want to see them stars.
But we need to invest more money into shit like that, into
We
space
do.
research,
We really
and
do.
figure out what else is out there and everything. Because if there are aliens out there, they want nothing to do with us right now.
They smart enough to stay away. They're smart enough to, one, either stay away or they're smart enough to talk to the certain people.
Well, at this point, they might be hiding. Because we are viewing further and further out. They might be hiding from us.
I don't think hiding is the key word, because then that
Yeah.
would degrade their evolution.
True.
So, like, in order to be, like I said, if you're a being, you're smart enough to talk to the boys in charge of Earth, which you already know who they're gonna be. The boys that are money making. It'd be like people like Musk, Trump, Bush, all the people. Like, it'd be people of big time money, and they'd be like, "Hey, just don't say shit about me. I'll give you this technology." That's what, like, you thought Bill Clinton's ideas were crazy. He might have been onto something, and nobody ever think about that. The Clinton weed man was right. It's fucked up.
hmm
But that high may have been onto some shit that a lot of us mistook his, way for.
I feel you. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm gonna heading out. It's snowing. I gotta clear the driveway again, or else it's
Riggedy,
gonna-
riggedy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll read out to you. Thank you all for being here. It's been fun. It's been too fun, honestly.
Give me your people.
I'll be honest, I haven't made a single fucking short from the last video. I have it all open on my one computer still after an entire. I just have.
So as of recent, I have reopened my Twitch VODs. So from here on out, all my videos will start showing on the the
Oh,
list
on the
of what I
okay.
have. Yeah, because I didn't know that wasn't showing it. Like, I knew, like I